everybody a little tapping with the pop with Tigmatic.
Y'all tune into the Pop Podcast. And guess what? There's an episode.
And you are tuned into the Pot Podcast.
And with the Pop Podcast with my boy Tigmatic. You hear me? It's going down. To follow the Pot Podcast with Tigmatic.
That's that number one.
That's that number one.
Shots of Manolo, freshly fitted in polo. My money got O's like Ocho. EYI's the label, check out the logo. If you wanna bounce, bitch, pogo. Built this here on my own, ho. Step to the side, let me slide in this photo. Been a businessman, I got euros and pesos. Real definition of a hustle, flip all dough. Might see me deep in my bag, Robert De Niro. Shooting at you niggas like Steph and Hero. Beef, I'm about that nigga, deflate your ego. I'm out of state, doing great, me and me go. Can't fast forward the game, there's no cheat code. Your bitch on my line all day, just like a free throw. It's over for you niggas, check the last bar, finito. And I fit right in. Knocked the bitch and we spent the night in. First night was like a burst of life. Second night she invited a friend. You fake niggas all like to pretend. Don't mind me, I'm at it again. I'm ahead so close, all I see is the win. It's a little too late for the competition. Not to mention, I've been penny pinching with a sack so fat, I don't need attention. I got connects with Jordan, I'm the real pimpin'. Soaking in my thoughts, call it double dipping. Choose the right light, you can never lose sight. Take a leap of faith, it's great, you'll be alright. Pop the champagne, it's the ace of spade night. They betting on me like a Floyd Mayweather fight.
Any girl that wants Dior, I'll be your whore. If you adore her, Dior her.
I know exactly what they want. I know exactly what they want. Just be patient. My name is my name, power and glory, I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me, y'all keep the fame. I want the glory, been that nigga, bitches never ignored me. Rich in spirit, little bitch can't afford me. Day one static, fix it with a 4G, red beam on it. You think I'm recording, kicking front doors, you try to backdoor me. We are not a gang, bitch, we are army. Book a den, you know I don't tell stories. Keep it 100 in enlightenment. You niggas fake baby K name Adonis. Mini Drake, clip curl, but somehow I can shoot it straight. Insta clip, I can shoot 4 minutes straight. Turn this to the Super Bowl if I need to. I can hit your chief up with an eagle. Set you up on the score, but they lied to you. Why you letting them niggas mislead you? My name is my name, power and glory. I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name. You go to war with me. We move the same. You think that it's for me? Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. My name is my name, power and glory. I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name. You go to war with me. We move the same. You think that it's for me? Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. You won't see it coming. I move like a crook, a thief in the night. So watch what you put. My aim precise. These bullets 12 inches long. A block away, I could take off the foot. Don't ask me no questions if you know my stance. Bitch, I'm the man, so thanks in advance. They mean a rifle on top of a tripod. If they ever tell you I was taking a stand, think I run up on me, but I'm way too advanced. Spinning with choppers, turn you into a fan. Can show you the steps, but won't hold your hands. They thought they could stop me, it ain't go as planned. How I get this far? Cause I took a chance. Really got ranked, keeping it a band. This ain't what you think, better think again. This ain't what you think, you better think again. My name is my name, power and glory. I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name. You go to war with me. We move the same. You think that it's for me? Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. My name is my name, power and glory. I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name. You go to war with me. We move the same. You think that it's for me? Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all. Y'all created this monster. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all. Y'all created this monster. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all. Y'all created this monster. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all. Y'all created this monster.
Yo, yo, yo. What's up, y'all? You're now tuned in to another episode of the podcast with Tigmatic. And listen, it's your boy, Monday. You know what it is. Weekend. You know, people be a little tired. My energy might not be all the way up today, y'all. But listen, it is what it is. As always, this episode was brought to you by Hollywood Radio, Hollywood TV, Dollar Radio, Going In Radio, TheMoneyBrand.com, and NorcheDemoraBoutique.com. Hey, listen, I got a guest for y'all today as usual, and y'all know what it is. Y'all know the vibes. We here. Hey, listen, my guest has dibbled and dabbled around in a lot of different lanes, so we're gonna get into it and talk about it today. But I met this man years ago, and he's here today. So without further ado, I give y'all my guest, Michael T. Hinnant Jr. My bad. What's up, good guy? We can't hear you, brother.
Tig, I can't hear Tig.
We can hear you. I can hear you. I definitely can hear you. We just was hearing each other before. Let me try it again. Can you hear me now? You might have to come out and come back in, good brother. Can you hear me now? I don't know what happened in between time. Hold on, folks. I don't know what's going on. I can hear him, but he can't hear me. Come out and come back in. Come out and come back in. All right, there we go. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry about that, folks. We just was hearing each other, but now, you know, we come off the video break and he couldn't hear me, but we hear. Like I said, you know, my guest has dibbled and dabbled in a lot. So we're going to get into it today, you know what I'm saying? But when he come back in, we definitely going to chop it up and get into it. All right. How y'all feeling on this Monday? You know what I'm saying? Me, I've been shaking and moving as always, doing a lot. I got a big major announcement this week coming up. So, you know, I don't know which day of the week I'm going to drop it to y'all, but there we go. We still can't hear you, brother. You might have your mic muted. Say something now. Try it again. One more time. Try it one more time, man. Third time might be the charm. I don't know what's going on here. But we should be able to hear him this time. Everything is good on my end, so I don't know what's going on, y'all. But yeah, like I said, I got a major announcement this week coming up. I don't know which day of the week. You know, it might be Wednesday. It might be on a Stirring the Pot episode. I'm thinking leaning more towards Stirring the Pot because it's a big announcement. You know what I'm saying? And I'm very excited for that. Like I said on Stirring the Pot Saturday when y'all was watching, for those that did watch, you know, I've been doing some things, getting a lot of connections and moving in a lot of circles. So, you know, a lot has been going on. And since then, you know, there's moves to be made as always.
Hey, can you hear me, Tig?
I can hear you.
All right, I had to switch mics, man.
All right, yeah, that's what it was. All right. So, Solo Dolo cam for you, good brother.
So
I like to let my guests give themselves their own introduction. The floor is yours, man.
All right, so I'm Mike Hinnant, the president of Cambridge Tactical. We're a Black-owned, veteran-owned firearm manufacturer in Tennessee. So we are a small curated weapons builder We build custom weapons. We specialize in battle weapons. So let's start there. We specialize in battle rifles. We specialize in training. We specialize in education. That's the root of what we do. We do retail. We do retail weapons. We sell any weapon you need, body armor, helmets, any kind of gear, MREs. We sell anything tactical, gun related. That's what we do. And also we educate. Education is the other big part of what we do. We have a range here on our property in Tennessee. So we teach as much as we can. I come from a background of entertainment, and I ended up here in gun manufacturing, and I'm pretty sure we'll talk about that tonight. So
absolutely,
that's my light introductory. A Philly kid in Tennessee, running a gun company, doing a bunch of stuff that's hoping it's gonna do some good in the world.
Hey man, that's dope. Well, welcome to the pot, good brother.
I appreciate you, Ted.
So before we get into it, you know what I'm saying, how you feeling today, man?
Oh, I'm good. I'm getting over a respiratory infection, but besides that, I'm good, bro. So if y'all hear me cough, that's just me getting over a little situation. So, but besides that, we good.
All right, so you ready? We're gonna get into it, man.
Yeah, let's get into it, brother.
When someone asks you, who are you? What part of yourself do you lead with now? And how has that changed over time?
Well, now, like, if I'm asked that question, like, set up short and frame, it's like I'm a father, a son, a husband, a leader. Like, where before, I wasn't so rooted in the people and the things that make me. I used to be a real selfish dude. So I'm gonna say 15 years ago, it would have been something way more self-driven and self-denoted. But now I look at myself as like a steward of people, dude. I'm all about everybody around me, helping, growing, learning, teaching. That's my new mission. It's like improving everything around me.
Oh man, that's a dope answer. You know what I'm saying? Seems like a lot of growth there.
It's necessary at this point.
Yeah, it's definitely necessary. All right, that's what's up, man. So your bio, man, it's a lot. It shows a lot of lanes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Engineering, music, firearms, education.
Yeah.
Which version of you feels the most authentic today?
Educating.
Okay, break that down. Tell me what.
Yeah, bro, because it's the reality of what I was put here to do. I was put here to show people a better way. It took me a long time to realize that. Like you said, with my bio, I went through a lot of different lanes, but a lot of energy was selfish. So I wasn't learning the lessons. I was making money, we was making moves, we were doing everything, but I wasn't learning the lessons of like who I really am and what I'm supposed to be doing, to generate the best results. And what I'm supposed to be doing to generate the best results in this world, I think, is facilitating and being a part of teaching in every which way possible.
Okay. I would agree with that, man, because you know, in this life, like you said you were selfish, which means at some point in time you had to get a lesson to learn that you was being selfish. And sometimes as men, we definitely can be that, you know what I'm saying? Because we got our mind focused on whatever goal that we got our mind on, that we don't even see the people that's, you know, going through what they going through while we try and get to that goal. You know what I'm saying?
But I also think like that moment of selfishness is a real important part of being successful.
Yeah, absolutely.
There
a brief moment.
Too many extremely successful people that aren't selfish in these monotone ways, like because it's hard to be absorbed like I am now. Everything around me and everybody, bro, that's impossible to do when you really trying to be the best version of yourself. It's hard to pour into other things and other people. You got to be in a certain space to do that, and it definitely don't align with being extremely successful. A lot of times to be extremely successful, you got to be selfish, tunnel focused, and like sacrificial in a lot of different ways. So selfishness has its benefits, but it's a temporary thing.
I like the way you put that, man. Definitely like the way you put that. What does peace look like in your life right now?
Bro, peace right now is the fact that once I come home, I don't have to see people. I don't have to talk to people. I got to get in the car to go get my mail. That's peace. The fact that, you know, we from the city. We from the city. I'm from somewhere where in 1,300 yards, 3 blocks, you got 5,000, 8,000 people. So to be in a place where you can go 3 days and not see a person.
Yeah, I understand it. I love it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just something some people don't get, but man, you don't hear cars, you don't hear sirens, you don't hear. I hear that by animals, and that's it.
Yeah, people don't really understand that because it's a different lifestyle. And moving to the South for me, it was like that for me. So it was like, yo, this was the peace I imagined, but getting used to it was hard at first. Because of where we from, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, like, you know, Philly, it's noise all day, it's people all day, it's shots all day, it's all
moving.
that.
It's constantly moving, like
So you know, when it's still at first it takes a while of getting used to, but you know, like you said, when you don't see a whole bunch of people, you actually appreciate it more, especially as the years go by.
Oh yeah,
and the older we get, you know what I'm saying?
And like, you know what I mean? My thing with the city is like everybody, it's different for everybody, but I feel like that's just the place for a young tiger, bro. If you're not really like making the most out of that environment, it's not for you no more.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Some people don't never want to submit to the environment not benefiting them no more.
Absolutely. Some people do better when they leave where they come from. I'm one of those people. So I can attest to that.
Different stages, different phases, bro. Like if people don't be wanting to admit to pace either. Like, bro, the pace, one Philly day is like 3 Tennessee days.
Facts.
That takes a wear on you. It really do. I can't, where I live at now, I can't do nothing after 6 p.m.
Yeah, everything damn near closed.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I do.
Have access to everything 24/7 all the time. It put a different kind of strain on you, and you don't recognize it until you remove. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, at first for me, I'm in North Carolina. So for me, at first, I wasn't really feeling it at first for the first year. But then as it went on, it was like, man, what was I thinking? And it's because of the city mentality, you know, that we have. It takes adjustment. But the more life gets better, the more you enjoy where you are. You know what I'm saying? And it's definitely a greatness to that. So, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. This is what we're here for. You know what I'm saying? We chopping it up.
I was just about to say, it's just sad how the survival function in a city condition don't even seem as sickening as it truly is. It don't. The way you got to move at home, strictly out of survival, would give some people where I live at like PTSD. If they had to do some of the stuff we had to do every day, just not get our head knocked off, just not get thrown in the back of a van, just like, you know what I mean? Like the real underlying dangers that you know about every day, but you just move a certain way to avoid it. It's like people don't even think about it.
Yeah. You know, that's something that I speak about a lot. You know what I'm saying? Especially being from where I'm from. I'm from South Philly. So South Philly is a grimy place. You know what I'm saying? All day, every day. And that's probably never going to change no matter how much they gentrify it. You know what
No,
I'm saying? But the mindset of survival mode is definitely something you have to be in. And even when you leave, you still don't have your guard down. You still have that mentality because of, you know, how many years you spent in the city, what you're used to, the feeling of, oh no, I gotta look behind everywhere I go. People be drawn out here. I might get robbed. And you might not even be getting robbed because you live in a whole different place in a whole different space now, but the mentality is still there.
oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah.
it's annoying, bro.
Yeah.
My first year here, right? I'm at the light and I'm about to honk. As soon as the light change, I'm like, yo, you gotta chill, bro. Like
Yeah.
you chill, like this ain't that. Because once again, the condition you living up there for some people, not for everybody, but for some people, it's uncomfortable, but you don't realize it's uncomfortable till you get somewhere where those things don't even matter.
Yeah, I agree, man. So let's talk about that a bit more. Tell the people about what part of the city you from and what it was like for you.
All right, so I'm from Fort Anthony Rod. That's where I'm from. TNG, Deuce Nine, whatever you want to call it.
Deuce Nine.
I am a proud North Philadelphia. Like being from Philadelphia has gave me so many advantages over so many people in so many different ways. It's hard to really quantify it unless you're from the city. It's just like little dumb stuff. The way how they even like I just had a conversation. We were talking about history. Even the way how they teach us history at home. It's the dumbest stuff give you advantages from being there because the way we gotta live is so unique that if you can really propel there and move around and figure it out, bruh, pretty much anywhere else is pretty much cruise control. Like
Right.
I'm not trying to make it sound crazy, but like people don't know that's not from the Northeast. They don't know, but cities like Philly and Baltimore are harder to make it than New York.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? So it's like when you from one of those cities where like it is like impossible to like get ahead, even to tread water. When you make it out and you come other places, bruh, I don't mean to, I don't want to make it say it's easy, but it's much more comfortable.
Way more comfortable. I understand it because I have that same experience and know what it's like to, you know, experience that. Um, just like you said, your first year was rough. My first year was rough. And life definitely changes you. Your mentality changes the more, you know, you live in a safer place, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. All
I
right.
mean, I'd rather be safe than not.
That's a fact.
I mean, come on, bro. Like I sell guns for a living. I don't want to get in a shootout.
Yeah.
Bro. I like people don't know, right? So just to transition from here to there, like, bruh, when I was at home, 2019, 2020, I'm at the gas station with my gun in my hand. At the gas
Mm,
station, bro, pumping my gas with my pistol in my hand. Like,
mm.
bro, that's third world country stuff. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
That's uncomfortable.
Yeah. It's definitely uncomfortable. It's
You
definitely a
know,
feeling you don't want to have, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, that clenching on the joint, I understand that too, because I've been there too. And you already know what happened to me, bro. So
yeah.
when I got down here, it was tenfold. You know what I'm saying? So uh for that, you know, people was like, oh, you don't trust nobody. You can trust people down here. I'm like, I don't trust nobody. Like,
No, I don't trust nobody. I don't. It's not in my DNA. Like
right.
when I trust you, you mysteriously become a relative. That's what happens when I trust you. Cause I don't trust, man, trust. That's not a denial.
Yeah, that's definitely a word that we don't I'm sorry about that. I was having a little technical difficulties over here.
Are you good?
Yeah, trust is definitely something that we don't, throw around to people on a daily, you know what I'm saying? Because of where we from.
Yeah, bro. The sad part about being from Philly is we expect you to deceive us first anyway. Like we expect it. And when you don't, it's like it's refreshing.
Yeah. All right, so let me ask you. You operate in high responsibility spaces. Manufacturing, firearms, education. How do you manage mental pressure when mistakes aren't an option?
Bro, the mental part of this side of my life is probably the toughest. Being responsible for other people in so many magnitude of ways, it's like it's tough. It you really got to departmentalize a lot of stuff, and it's really important that like I know I got to do it daily now. It used to didn't have to be daily, but now I got to take 10-15 minutes and try to detach from everything and just really just move my thoughts to a whole nother space and then come back to this space and start to evaluate and chop up whatever's on the table, because it honestly can get so overwhelming where if you don't, I can't even figure out what to attack first because everything got precedence, everything got purpose, everything need to be done now or done yesterday.
Yeah.
So it's but that's the point of us getting this part in life and for getting this old and making it is that you should gain the school tools and skills to navigate these mental hurdles without putting a 9mm in your head.
Yeah, that's definitely a fact. I like how you responded to that. But so let me ask you this. What do you enjoy more? The training or building weapons? And why? This is not in my questionnaire either. I just had that on my mind. I wanted to ask you that.
Shooting, training. I like shooting 1,000 times more than I like guns. I like guns a lot. But I like the act of shooting and training 1,000,000,000,000 times better than actual guns. I take pride in that. I used to be like a collector. I used to have a bunch of guns. I don't shoot all that. Not no more. Now I'm all about I shoot everything. I run everything. Everything's a proven ground. Nothing sits dormant. Nothing is a safe queen. We run and we shoot everything because training and being a good shot is your primary responsibility as a leader and protector of your family, your tribe, your wife, your kids, whatever. Defending them is a primary thing. So for me, training like the bee's knees. I would train every day, all day if I could.
I want to say this too. Good looking out on showing me where to get that drum for that VR60.
Oh yeah, well, we like I tell people, we can get it all. There is nothing I can't obtain.
Yeah.
How much time does it take me to get it? That's what it is. But there is nothing on the face of the earth, weapons wise, we can't own. That's the blessing about being a manufacturer and not just being standard FFL, like someone that just sells guns. With us being a manufacturer, it's like there is nothing in the gun world we can't do.
Yeah, I was having an issue with that, because they don't really make those for that specific shotgun. So it's like, you need to find one.
You got to know whatever proprietary brands work with those models, because those semi-automatic shotguns are problematic.
Yeah, they jam. Yeah,
because it's the nature of a shotgun shell. So shotgun shells, if it's not a slug, it compresses, and when it's in and it compressed, it's going to always make a little gap in space for it not to feed right. That's why we run slugs. Slugs almost never jam, but slugs are 3 times the price of birdshot.
Yeah, I got both.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's
Yeah.
hard to tell people. I tell people, train with birdshot. Keep your slugs for a defense moment.
Yeah, for defense. Yeah.
It's hard to train with rounds that cost 3 times as much as the normal round.
Right. So you're a veteran, right?
I'm not a veteran. Nate's the veteran.
All right, Nate's the well, yeah, I'm the Marines.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did you get your experience with weapons? How did that come about? Break that down a bit.
So all right, so the gun thing was a hobby for a long time, but we worked in entertainment and we worked with children acts for a long time too. So when you black and you work with kids and you in entertainment, you better not like guns. You better not. I mean, I'm being real. It's such a contrast when you look at 70% of black urban content is all about hoes and killing and all that. But if you're in management and you work with these acts, you better be nonviolent. You better not be a gun person. You better not be all these things because your acts will get judged. Now your acts can be all that. Your rapper can have 5 bodies, but you as the representative,
yeah, you can't be about that. Yeah.
Nah. So the gun thing was always a thing, but it wasn't something where I could really outwardly post pictures of guns and da-da-da. It just wasn't a thing. It went against the brand at the time. So when we left music in 2018, when when we left music, I decided to pursue firearms full time because I had already been training and competition shooting and gunsmith, and I had already been doing all of those things, but it wasn't something that I can make people who, if you knew, you knew. Yeah. But to the masses, I couldn't make it popular because it was contrary to selling brands. So the minute I stopped selling brands, I started selling guns because it's much more my thing. It's the whole the reason why we made it a business as well was I'm going to classes like every week. I'm doing a ton of classes, and I know about guns at this point. We're going back like 2016, 2017, right? So I know about guns, but I'm not the guy I am now. I'm getting there, but I'm not there yet. A lot of my thing is all shooting, training. And I started building rifles from going to classes and seeing what worked and what didn't work. Because when you're in a class of 50 people and 30 guns stop working, you're because you're in the class, you're there for 6 hours. It's high tier class. These classes are $600, $800. So it's not just anybody off the street there. So lunchtime breaks, we talking about what's going on. Your gun not working. What's going on? Oh man, my gas, my this, my that, this brand, that brand. Just so as time go on, you start to get a cadence like, oh man, I won't mess with that brand. I won't run this setup, that setup. So I started building guns. Behind the guns, I was seeing every week do very, very well. All the guns I was seeing, all the big time shooters, because every week, every class, there's Top Shot, there's this, there's that. So those are the guys I'm breaking their weapons there. Oh, it's this? Oh, I'm running Nice Armament, I'm running this, I'm running that, I'm running that. And I started ghosting them. I started stealing everybody ghosts. And it worked for me because doing that, I developed my own style. And I have a specific style of rifle that I build. And it's because I built a rifle I only worry about performance. I only worry about it performing really, really well. That's my first priority, is it being able to be used in a battlefield setting. That is the heart of what I built a rifle on. And we started building so many rifles for people that it was just like, man, we because Nate really put the battery in my back. Like, you have to officially make this a business because you can't keep doing it like this.
Yeah.
And I just went full bore, and I'm like, well, he right. I love this. It's working. Let's take it to the next level.
Oh, that's fine. Shout out to Nate, man. That's my brother.
That's
you
my
know,
brother.
I ain't heard from him in a month of ages, but you know.
Yo, you know he an international realtor now, so his plate is about as full as it get, bro.
Man, he always been superstar with it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's my guy.
Now he got
That's
a bunch
my
of
guy,
properties
man. You know,
everywhere.
I get it.
So I'm proud of him because he do a lot of courageous stuff, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It take a lot of heart to do some of the stuff he do. Like, speak 4 languages, you know what I mean? Like, bro is just on like a whole another level, dog. I love my brother.
He always been there, you know, like from even since we was pups, you know, he was always, you know, trying to go to the next best thing that could advance what he wanted for himself. But not just that, he wanted to learn more, you know what I'm saying? He went to Japan. Yo, like when he did that, I was like, damn, like,
and bro,
know, so,
speaking of Japan, like, bro, he speak right Japanese, speak Japanese, like, it's like, bro,
very intelligent.
Very in most languages, right? Even Spanish people, they'll tell you they can speak it, but they can't write it.
Write it, yeah.
Bro, he speak and write every language he knows, Spanish, Japanese, like, it's just I love my brother, dog, and his capacity be aspiring.
Yeah.
Like, aspiring. I'm like, damn, bro, you learned Spanish in like a year? Like,
yeah, he be on it. He definitely be on it. You know what I'm saying? He always been that way. You know, even with our LDR days, you know, that's my brother for life, you know.
Bro, always
hope I get a chance to chop it up with him. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to tap in with him, but I can't get a hold of him. So, you know, if he watching, hit your brother up, man. I've been trying to hit you up, brother.
Bro, I'm gonna make sure, bro.
Yeah. All right. So, all right. So, where did you first learn discipline, and where did you first learn stress? Let's talk about it.
So, they're both from the same source, bro. My pop was all about stress induction. Like, you have no idea, like, the amount of discipline, structure, and stress induction my pop entered to my life before the age of 10. His whole thing was all about, like, you gotta handle the heat in the kitchen, dog. They can't see you sweat. And he taught me at a real young age that that's something you build up over time. It's not something you just inherently build with. You gotta learn how to live in a pressure cooker.
That's
my pop. Here we go. Words from his mouth, dog. The greatest people on this earth are comfortably uncomfortable. The greatest people are masters at being uncomfortable. If you can master being uncomfortable, there is no limit to what you can do. But in this society, comfort is not a luxury no more. Comfort is what people demand. Like, they demand to be comfortable. It ain't no winning on the other side of comfort, bro. Comfort is a reaction of success. Comfort is supposed to come out of you being successful.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, nah, my pop is definitely the root of that, brother.
Oh, that's what's up. Shout out to Pops. Have there been moments where carrying responsibility felt overwhelming? And if so, how did you overcome that?
Oh, for sure, bro. Like, the burden of moving a herd is just unbearable sometimes. But the thing about it is, though, as a foundational point, because you never are the foundation. You're a foundational point. As a foundational point, you got to lean on them other foundational people, like my sister, like Nate, like it's people that like I can lean on in all that frustration and all that overwhelmness. It ain't nothing to them. It's like, no, bro, it's they a reminder. Like, nah, bro, you X, Y, and Z, that's nothing. Sometimes you be so close to stuff that when it blow up, all you can see how big it is. But the foundational people, they realize how small it is. I'm like, man, it's nothing.
Yeah.
But you so close sometimes you blinded by it.
Yeah, that's a fact. I go through that from time to time. So let's talk a bit more about these firearms, man. Manufacturing demands precision and accountability. How does that translate into your mindset today?
It ain't even a transitional moment. It is like a standard, bro. Like I'm working on a gun right now. I've been working on it since Saturday. Bro, the reality is I gotta stand behind the weapon. We are a boutique style manufacturing. I only release weapons to people that I'm willing to warranty back in. So everything I work on, I will take it back from you in a heartbeat to tune it and make sure it's running right. Fix it, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That is stressful, bro. That's super, super stressful. Like I said, right now, I'm working on a weapon that like I have to figure out not how to finish the weapon, but how to get the weapon to the customer and it's reliable 100% of the time. Like that's my burden. So the precision and all that is wrapped up in that burden because I don't work for someone else. I'm not a gunsmith that works for another company. I'm a head engineer and gunsmith of my
He the
own
plug,
company.
yo, Henry.
Yeah, so
Straight like that.
I'm standing behind what you buy. So it's that burden alone is that I can release something and you can call me tomorrow and say, yo, I gotta send it back. And I gotta get it right.
Yeah, that's definitely dope, man. I think that's definitely dope. I feel like we need to drop a bomb for that. Straight like that. All right, man. So how do you navigate the emotional weight of working in such a polarizing industry?
Bro, it's overbearing. That's tough, dog, because it's the polarization is on so many levels that it can become distracting sometimes. Like it's just you got societal pressure, you got economic pressure, you got even cultural pressure with being black. It's all the different elements I gotta deal with that I hate to say it. A 28-year-old white gun maker from Washington don't gotta deal with it. Don't gotta do it. Just flat out point blank. To one group of people.
Point that out a bit. Point out the differences. Break it down a bit. I am the head organizer of BLM Grassroots North Carolina too. So
all right. So it's like this.
So yeah,
right?
we can go there.
All right. So the level of responsibility I gotta hold up to actually for my name to actually hold weight is ridiculous, bro. Because all right, look at my people and look at my industry, right? So in my industry, what's high level in my industry, most people in my community won't even buy. But how do I fulfill the needs of my community, but also ascend in the industry when both don't align? Don't align at all.
That's a hard task.
Yeah, bro. It because to most people, like me. I'm gonna tell you straight up, me. Most people, I look like an overpriced Uncle Tom or something because I cater to a certain type of person, and certain type of weapons. And I'm like, that's crazy because I cater to everybody, but perception wise, it's black people that won't deal with me just out of the type of guns I sell.
Yeah, perception is everything, but sometimes people misread that. You know what I'm saying?
They don't realize how ignorant they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't be realizing that like they super ignorant and they don't know as much about firearms as they should. You know what I'm saying? Like it's in the ignorance is in all races with the guns. The ignorance, I've seen ignorance in every race with the guns, dog. I can't act like the ignorance is just black people, but it do burn me out a little bit with black people though, bro, because the guys that sell black people a bunch of trash, they love them. And the guys like me that really try to help them and get them to a certain spot, they despise me. And it's kind of tough to deal with. But I know in the end, my whole mission will like supersede all that.
Yeah.
But it's tough dealing with it knowing it's a fact. And that's why I sort of try to teach. Bring what you got and teach. Because if you let me teach you, then you'll understand my passion for guns and why I want you to have certain weapons and uphold yourself a certain way. But you can't get it until someone give it to you.
Right. And that experience goes a long way once you learn, because now they have someone they can keep coming to constantly to learn. And that's important. You know what I'm saying?
That's super. People always ask me, right? They be like, all right, bro, I just got a gun. First thing I say is, why you ain't buy it from me? That's the first thing I say. But then I'm like, all right, you got a gun. Like, what's the most important thing I should get next? Training and ammo. But no laser, no drum, no ammo and training. I don't care who you are. If you've never had tactical starts training, military, police, a class, if you haven't had standardized training, you are behind the 8 ball. Yeah. You know, Tig, because you spent a lifetime in entertainment, bro. You know how YouTube works. We only gonna show you what's entertaining. Yeah. We not gonna waste our time instructing you. You gotta pay to be instructed. So people try to learn on YouTube, and I tell them the people on YouTube not teaching. They
only gonna give you what's entertaining. They're not gonna give you the real sauce.
No, you gotta pay for that. So I deal with so many guys, but why I'm passionate about it, Tig, though, why I'm so passionate about the training aspect is that I started with the guns as a FUD. A FUD is a slang word in the gun world for somebody that just got guns but don't know really how to shoot. It come behind Elmer FUD, bro. So I was a FUD. I was a tier 1 A1 FUD, bro. Had guns, went to the range, thought I could shoot, and then I went to my first class, and I realized I can't
You weren't doing nothing.
So I tell everybody, so people that come train with me and say, oh my God, you can shoot. Yo, but let me tell you, it was a point I couldn't shoot.
Yeah.
I thought I could shoot. If you would have asked me, oh Mike, can you show me how to shoot my ass in there? No, bro, I couldn't shoot. And the whole thing was I didn't understand what I was really doing. I didn't understand. I had to have somebody break down to me the mindset and the approach in what I'm doing. Yeah. And that changed everything. Changed everything, bro.
Oh, that's dope. So, how do you personally define mental strength?
Resilience. Mental strength is getting back up.
Thanks.
Falling is a part of life. you're going to fall every day.
Yeah.
The mental fortitude is getting back up and understanding that you about to fall again real soon.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact, man. That's definitely important to have that resilience, because if you fall and don't get back up, it all crumbles.
You
can't let it crumble. You got to get up.
It's forfeiting. That's you forfeiting.
There's no surrender over here.
No folding, bro. Like, none whatsoever.
Yeah, I feel you. All right. So, take us back to high school and college. Working live entertainment tours while studying engineering. What was the season like mentally? Let's break that down. You know,
bro.
And, you know, I know you probably might put me in the mix a little bit in that. We can talk about it all. It don't matter.
Look, bro. Let's get real. So, for me, bro, I'm sorry. I love, like, all right. So high school is a whole nother. We go just bypass high school. High school, I was a four sport athlete, 3.8 average GPA student. I took athletics. I took athletics in sports in Scott with my dad. Just the whole academics and athletics was like a foundation of who I am as a person. So high school was like prime. High school was like no bullshit, no, like, you know what I mean? I took high school extremely seriously. College is more the thing. So high school, once again, my brother, my sisters, the father of my sister's children, her first husband, Bumpy J, that's my brother. So when he had
from the figures,
not from the figures,
not from
the figures, from the real Bump Johnson, the real Bump Johnson. So I ain't gonna go too far in details in here, but if you know, you know. So Bump was locked in with everybody from Cash Money to Benny Siegel to Black Rock. Like, he was locked in with everybody, bro. So he was one of the first real independent getting money boys in Philly. Like, so that's where I got my chops with first hitting the road, because I come home from it, and it started my last year of high school. The 11th grade summer, I went out on one of the little tours with him. When I came in from college, though, bro, in the summertime, I mean, we on the road. We Georgia, South Carolina, down Florida, everywhere, hitting up. Now, here we go. Now, this is what I learned about that time of my life, bro, that I take now, which really super is a part of me, dog. During those days, right, bruh, I'm buying blunts and Pepsis. I'm handing out fees at the Walmart, bro. I'm getting chicken from the gas station. I'm running, like I said, getting the candy and the blunts while they at the studio. Like, I learned, like, yo, bro, you got to be able to do it all. You got and that's something, that time of my life, bro, I love it so much. And I look back on it, bro, like, that was the first shot of me, like, meeting famous people, and, like, not meeting famous people, chilling with famous people. A big difference. A big difference. That was my first shot at that. Like, all right, bro, all these people got these universes wrapped around them. And they got key people, every single clique, bro, got these key people that just do it all.
Yeah.
And something about that is why I end up going into management, bro. Like, we going back young, bro. I was 19, 18, but like seeing the hustle of real entertainment business, it's nothing like it. If you've done it before, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you don't. It's just nothing like leaving the venue at 3 a.m., driving to the next city. Like I said, checking in the hotel. You got to bring the bags in. Like I said, go buy the blunts and the Pepsis. Go get the Black and Mild. Go get the food. Get the CDs and the promotional stuff ready for the next. Like, just that whole orchestration.
For the young bucks watching, y'all know nothing about CDs. That was a whole different time. You had to be there.
Oh, bro. Flyers, bro. Flyers. You talking about I mean,
flyers with the CD.
bruh, I probably you talking about and this real talk, no exaggeration. I probably passed out 250,000 flyers in my lifetime, bro.
Yeah.
A cool 250. Cause we
Yeah.
get them 10 bands, 20 bands at a time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it was just an era that will never happen again.
Yeah.
And it polarized me, bro. But as I grew up, it turned into something different. And you see I look back on it now, those were the innocent times. Because my brother was 100% independent and he was rolling everything. He was paying for everything. The minute I started really, really, really working with the machines, that's a whole nother thing, dog.
Yeah, let's get into that.
That machine work crazy, dog. That machine work ain't for everybody, man. I know it looked good from Instagram and from YouTube.
It's a hard road because I'm on that road now, and you know, for those that think it's peaches and cream, it's definitely not peaches and cream. And listen, it's a lot of background work behind it that y'all have no idea,
bro. And I hate them. I'm not trying to make it sound Illuminati-ish, but like it's a lot of sacrifice.
Yeah.
It's gonna be demanded that you somebody, the person that came into the game. Well, if you're really trying to make it, that's not gonna be the person that's gonna make it to the top of the mountain. You gotta come to peace with that. You gotta come to peace with that. Like I know I witnessed myself changing. And I had to like make peace with it. Like, yo, this is the necessary mode for this path.
You lose people on that road, but that's cool. You know what I'm saying? If they was real friends, you wouldn't lose them in the first place. That's a fact.
But you know what though, bro? All right. Movement and motion look the same, but they different.
They different. They definitely different.
And everybody like motion because motion is gaudy. Motion is the club, but that movement. Sometimes you only move an inch a month. Sometimes you move a mile a minute. But the moving versus the motion, that's I bring that up because I always looked at that was what you just said. That's how I lost so many friends. Cause the motion people, I got invested in the motion people when the reality was they not meant to be around. They meant to be in the moment. And shit.
And like we was talking about earlier, perception is everything. The motion be moving, but it's other parts that's moving slow behind it. And they don't be understanding that. They just see what's in front of them in the moment. And it's like, yo, I'm on levels right now. Like, I'm really trying to work to get to the next level. Like, and some people just see the motion and see, oh, you got such and such on there, you doing this with and that. And it's like, yo, listen, it's still work to be done. I ain't sure yet.
I'm nowhere near there. But once again, though, when you, especially when you trying, all right, like you take like perfect example, right? So it's people that listen to this podcast or been on here, or especially now in North Carolina, know about you, whatever, but they don't know that like you a lifer. Like you've already lived the equivalent of 2 lives in the entertainment industry.
That's a fact.
Like, you know what I mean? So what you seeing isn't really the moment. What you seeing is the encapsulation of the whole journey.
And it's really just getting started for real.
Yeah.
And they don't understand that.
I bring up your past because it's little stuff you probably do that look like magic, that especially somebody that's green in the game. That look like magic because you green.
That's what I was talking about earlier.
You green, you don't really know nothing. You know something, but you don't know nothing. And they meet a dude like you, and sometimes, whether they tell you or not, you know you ain't where you want to be, but they be impressed by you because you've been playing the game so long, but they just don't put it together. You know what I'm saying? Because a dude, for as much time you got in the game, they want to see a T.I. or somebody. They want to see somebody up here, but this game demand a lot, bro. It's a lot of reason why I got out. Because it demands so much from you that like the average people just don't realize like how much entertainment really demands on you, bro.
Yeah, it does. It does. It takes a lot out of you, a lot of your energy for one. And the grades come quicker than you thought too. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact.
The stress is on a whole nother level, bro. That's why I'm like entertainment. That's why like for me, bro, it's kind of it's heartbreaking. That's why we opened up a school, because it's disheartening seeing so many people attempt the 1%. It's disheartening.
Yeah, that's why you can't have all that, like all your eggs in that basket. You got to do more than that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm in the lane doing different things. That's why that My Lane record was the perfect record back then, because I spoke it into fruition for real, because I didn't really see that though for myself, because I was, you know how I was, man. I was on a whole different type of time then, but I didn't know I was really speaking it into existence.
No. You couldn't see it, but you were speaking it though.
Yeah, so you know, for it to happen now, it's like with the growth, it's like I understand that the steps is only just beginning, because I wasn't even patient then. And with this game, you gotta learn that. Because if you ain't got that, you ain't gonna get nowhere you wanna go.
The only thing that supersedes patience in entertainment is money.
Money. That's a fact.
The dollar equation of patience and money is outrageous, bro. It takes millions to supersede patience.
Yeah. That's a fact. All right. So what did you observe about fame, pressure, and identity?
Bro,
and then we're going to talk about ABC, Warner Brothers, and Nickelodeon after that.
All right, so pressure and identity,
fame too.
If is that, bro, being famous ain't for everybody. Being famous, once again, is an agreement to tear apart your identity, your true identity.
Repeat that again. That's going to be a soundbite later too.
Signing up for fame is to sign up, you tearing up your true identity. That's the reality. Because you have to survive so long in this game for Jamie Foxx to finally be Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, bro, because you know better than most. When you first come in the game, you have to be what sells.
Yep.
You can't be who you are. You have to be what sells. And
that perception is everything.
I can give you. All right, so here we go, right? So, and let's go lead into the next thing you want to talk about, right? So when I was working with young kids, right? Well, younger adults, right? Teenagers. I was breaking down the strategies of success to them in fan base building, right? And it's all leading to the same thing. When you look at the archetypes of these mega people, right? Elvis, Michael Jackson, the Beatles, right? James Brown. When you look at their format, the format is this, Tig. They sold children, Stevie Wonder. They sold children's music. They took them kids, they homed them into adolescence. And then when them children became paying fans, every single one of them people out of sport out, they turned into different artists. They turned into who they were.
Yeah.
That is the war of attrition. You have to sell out or sell your soul, or however you want to equate it. You have to become extremely popular. I always bring those examples up. Rolling Stones, because all those Elvis, they were all heartthrob, boy band, teen drop. Bro, that's the key to winning. Is that you find a gimmick or you find a lane which is very, 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 very popular. You ride it as long as you can. And then I'm gonna use today's numbers. And then when you got 2.5 million SoundCloud, Apple listens a month and all that, then you can start talking about consciousness. And then you can start talking about whatever it is that you truly are, because now you got 2.5 million people that are bought into who you
and
are.
tapped in. Right, they tapped in now. They locked in.
Yeah, bro, they've been around 5 years.
Yeah.
10 years. You was 14. Now you 19 or you 20. Bro, they've been changing. You've been changing. They feel like you was next to them in the locker every day going to school. So now when you want to flower into the person you are, now you almost got free range on that. Now on that next hand, when I used to manage adults, I would tell adults, bro, be true to who you are. Be true to who you are. Don't be selling neo soul nappy roots and then go buy a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Don't be J. Cole. You gotta do like this to your Rolex. You don't want nobody showing you in your Phantom. Don't be that dude. Be
who you is.
Are.
Yeah.
Because
I would like to think I've always done that. You know what I'm saying? Because I've always been like a two-sided person when it comes to my artistry anyway. You know what I'm saying? One side is the Tigmatic, the street, but that other side, I got that humble side that, you know what I mean? And people seeing it now so they get it, but I didn't know how to project it. I'll say that, you know what I'm saying?
But Tig, you also lived a life that the average human being won't participate in.
Yeah, I was in the mix.
Yeah, bro, so you got a different, so dudes like you carry a different bravado into the entertainment shit because you already understand code switching. Code switching, something you gotta produce. It's a way of life because you can't be Tig all the time.
Yeah,
when you really you gotta
be Rashawn at another part of the time.
At some point, so
and that's where my activism and all of that comes in. You know what I'm saying? So people get it now.
But that would make it authentic though, because at one point how you chose to live your life. That's what make it authentic. If you never had that other side, it'll look like you like oh he just chasing whatever, you know what I mean? But since you actually let's just be real without being disrespectful, you actually risked your life and freedom at one point.
I did.
Like, serious way. Like, you know what I mean? You understand code switching. You understand like, oh, it's necessary for me to be this right now, that right here, and it's not offensive.
Yeah. When Nate was telling me like, yo, he was kind of joking about it, you know, like the ace thing, like you breathing different, you know, after I got hit and all that, like you breathing different, so you different. So now it's more about telling your story. Yeah. But at first I was like, I ain't ready to do that. I couldn't see it. Once again, that goes back to I couldn't see that.
Because you still thought it was safe for the other boy to live, but he ain't never get up.
Yeah. I was still in that mentality. That's why. Because I was still in the city. It didn't change until I left the city, bro. Real rap. Because I was still on go.
And we going back to 2012, 2013. That's what he was saying. That's what he was saying. Like, hey, you somewhere else now.
Yeah, he was. He was definitely trying to get in my head on that. Like, yo, this is what I see, and I'm like, I don't see it. But I was with whatever. But you know, things didn't pan out the way we was trying to pan them out. You know what I'm saying? And that was a group effort, though. But
we sat down, bro, and we had like a 7-hour strategy session, bro, about a whole presentation we was presenting to y'all, bro, and how we seen everybody falling out and breaking through. How, because that's the one thing about me and Nate, bro, and the entertainment was the best example. We are extremely thorough with plans through completion. Like, not started, like, no, we projected where y'all was going to be at 15 years. That was the number, like, yo, we got to go out 15 years. We got to be able to see what all is possible so we can present what all is possible, because and y'all still y'all seen it when it was too late, that what y'all had was, there was nothing ever when it came up. Y'all was Philly Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
That's the reality.
And I was ODB.
Bro, and that's never happened before in our city. It's been tried at plenty other cities where, oh, they got these. No, bro, and the Wu shit, why the Wu stuff really set with y'all was that,
way to pick that cleanup.
Yeah, bro, y'all was like serious dudes in multiple different parts of the city, multiple different lanes. It was like, it was so Wu, like, bro, because y'all could have brought the whole city together, because y'all literally covered from South Philly to Uptown. And one conglomerate, but y'all wasn't like Wu. Y'all wasn't all the same type of artists. Y'all was all different artists.
And we all talk heavy.
And everybody got bars. Everybody, but it's all different. None of it was the same. And you can mix and match the artistry. Like, we had it plot out where 3 songs there. Oh yeah, we could try to make a mixtape with just Bullet and Tig and Chaos. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, try to blend all the different styles, because it was a cornucopia, bro. Actually, that's sort of why it didn't work, because it was so plentiful. It was so with y'all, it was so much. You had everything on one presentation, but it was a lot of ego though.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Bro. You know, I think ego came in the way. You know, me, I was with whatever. Like, you know, I came at the end of it. I came at the end of it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was looking for me for a couple years, and then found out I got shot, and then I came on board and everything dismantled. So, you know what I'm saying?
We gotta have Tig. We gotta have Tig. We gotta have Tig. You gotta balance the sound. I'm like I said, bro.
Me and Nate, bro, on songs was retarded. Me and Chaos on songs was retarded.
You and Chaos, dog. I wanted to do a mixtape with you, Chaos, and Bullet. I had wanted to do that, like, because I had Nate. No, bro, I had all these projections, and I was telling like Nate, no, bro, I want, because, bro, we had nothing but time. Like, we can make 1 million mixtapes and not buy a beat. Use everybody else's stuff and make 1 million mixtapes, because we had so many bars between this group. It was crazy.
Well, the bars are still heavy between all of us, I'm sure. You know.
Oh yeah, but y'all all refined at this point. Everybody refined.
Yeah, you know, I hope one day that we could just, you know, do something for the sake of our fans that actually keep asking when we gonna drop something together. You know what I'm saying? I hope it happen one day. You know what I'm saying? But until then, I'm gonna keep grinding and keep my head down like I've been doing. You feel me? But let me ask you this, man. Tell the people a bit about, you know, what you did over Sony, ABC, and Warner Brothers, and Nickelodeon. Break that down a bit. And then we're going to get right back into the firearms and stuff, man.
All right. So that's where I made my grease at, bro. Sony ATV, Universal, Warner Brothers, Nickelodeon, because I worked. So here's the thing about Mike that some people don't know. Me personally, individually, as a person, not the work I've done with other brands, because I work with a ton of other brands and artists and people. But when I came out as a solo manager, above basic management, was my first shot at management in 2011. My first acts were rock bands. I managed live rock bands. So I started teaching at Sony ethnic formations for acts, children acts, to perform. People don't understand that, like, stage nuance and stage, to work a stage, it is a technical thing. Left, center, right, center, right, center, forward, post. Like, these are all things you have to teach your artists. You how to control the stage, how to flow the stage, how to work the music. So I got caught up having a child rock band that performed, because you know, Tig, people don't know, we had our own studio, our rehearsal studio. We had all the facilities to do it the right way. So
we all had our own studios out here. We all was litty, folks.
So
and it's still heavy to this day, y'all.
To this day, bro, when our acts hit the road and hit the stage, it looked extremely polished, because I'm running my band 3 nights a week, 4 nights a week, rehearsing. They hitting venues. It was one point where they was doing 6-7 shows a week. People don't realize that's the aggressive person I am as a manager. So now when my acts get in front of ATV, get in front of Universal, they look like they've been doing it for 30 years. So now they're trying to figure out how I got 15-year-olds and 17-year-olds performing at this such high level. And we started getting contract to do show formation and band formation and turning acts into live performers. And contracting acts to do. Another thing people don't know about, like, the entertainment industry, Tig, is like there's all these events on these major levels, like we talking about these Sony, these Warner Brothers, and they have these events that regular people aren't invited to, and they showcase all their acts to everybody in these rooms. These acts have to be prepared. These are the life-changing moments. Life-changing moments aren't at BB King's or at the Dobbs, or those aren't the life-changing moments. Life-changing moments are these little small rooms where the people with the money can actually touch the act. These bands and acts, they have to be taught how to perform in these high-pressure environments. And from the training of my dad my whole life, I got a knack for producing high-level environments in training. And when you hit the stage, you're on autopilot.
So how did you protect your mental health in those spaces, though? Because you not only teaching people, but you also around the big wigs, and they demand something from you, and you got to deliver.
You got to do it.
So how are you protecting your mental health through that? Through all of that?
It's hard. That's tough. That's tough because like, Tig, all right, man. There's a lot of unspoken stuff people just don't talk about, but like, what time it is.
Yeah.
You know what time it is, and I can quantify that in several different ways: romantically, platonically, sexually, performancely. No, bro, you know what time it is. So, it's certain situations where, like, you can't protect your mental health. You can't. Like, I'm being real with you. When we in the party, and the boy from the #1 show come in there with the gay ball, and they super chilling, you like, oh man, what does that mean? How do I digest this? Oh, hold up. Is this something I'm supposed to talk about or not talk about? That's why I brought it up. Those moments where it's like, now you're in the room that you're privileged to be in, and it's something that not public information, but you can run the TMZ and make a quick little $15,000 bag real quick with a little cell phone.
And block your whole blessings for real, though, because you done ran your train.
But that's the mental health part. That's mental. That ain't physical. Yeah. That none of that interaction physically did nothing to you. It's all something you seen, witnessed. All these. That's what I tell people. It's like they talk about the temptation and all that. bruh, it's everywhere, bruh.
It's everywhere. It's definitely
everywhere.
out here. I'm
You
glad
know
you
how
spoke on it because I don't really be speaking on it like that, but it's definitely out here. Even when it comes to offers, they gonna offer you something crazy, or they might try to take everything from you, and you can't even speak on it because if you speak on it, the next person that might want to do business with you might not even do business with you because of it. So you gotta watch what you say.
now I got this platform right here. I'm gonna speak on it a little bit because I ain't in the game no more. I hate to
Hey
say it,
man,
bro,
it's the
but
pot. This is what we do. You know what I'm saying? My other show, Stirring the Pot, we don't get too deep. We really talking music, but this is the deep show, man. So the floor is yours, brother.
A part of why I got out the game, right? A part of why I got out the game was woefully watching sacrifice. Woefully, like, all right. If I don't tell Shorty to leave right now, when I leave,
Yeah, a lot of what we see going on now, that's the headlines. We ain't got to get too deep in it, but I get it.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, it's those moments where you like, yo, I'm leaving, you leaving. No, I don't want. I'm leaving, you leaving. No, you leaving with me right now, because I know what happened if you didn't leave. I've literally witnessed it. I know what happened if I don't get you out of there right now.
Yeah, that's real tough.
That's a lot of why I got out of the industry, bro, because I realized that I was sacrificing people too. I was sacrificing people too, bro. And I wasn't doing it woefully. I was doing it and calling it taking care of my daughter, take care of my mortgage, bro. I gotta pay this mortgage, bro. I ain't got look. She got parents. They should have been here. They should have been taking care of this. Look, that's woeful sacrifice. That's me not being a man, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
At least you can admit to that, you know what I'm saying? And that those were mistakes that you made.
It's a part of it.
It's the reason why you got out of it. You know, this space, people was really saying to me, and I'm gonna say exactly what they were saying. You know what I'm saying? Even some big wigs. You know, I'm close with one of the big execs out in LA, and at first he was like, I don't know if you're gonna get people to talk about mental health because a lot of people they don't. But he was being real. But he was like, it's needed, so you need to do it. So when he gave me that green light, I was like, yo, all right, how am I going to attack this, right? Because it's kind of hard to get artists and executives to be vulnerable that way.
No, because
or even speak on it.
It's not a game for the weak. That's why. It's not a game for the weak, bro. Like there is no room. The only vulnerability is in a song, dog. That's it.
That's how a lot of them look at it. But now we in a different time, and times are changing. Mental health is being spoken on more now. And I kind of seen the window opening up for that. So that's why I jumped out the window and created my own window. You know, so I think that now that more people are starting to speak about it, it's going to be a whole lot more of that in the next 15, 20 years. You know what I mean? And then we got more artists doing it too. So that's the dope thing.
You got the kids growing up different too, bro, because at the end of the day, the machine need gas, bro. You fuel. Yeah. You don't want to fuel the machine. Somebody else behind you will fuel this John and not have none of the mental health issues you're dealing with. Like, you know what I mean? They will, but they won't speak on it. And
they won't speak on it.
The change got to start with the kids. Like my youngest daughter, she in the entertainment and like grooming her where she was to get in the entertainment, which I pray to God she just came from Atlanta performing this weekend. Like, if she pursue this, because like she will be somebody that you can't screw over because she'll understand all her rights and everything. And it's like, You know what I mean? But she privileged. She privileged, bro.
It's a
Now,
blessing to have that, though. You know, to have someone to give you the game while you in the game, and we didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have that for real. Like, and then once we all stopped doing what we all was doing, I was back at square one, and I had to figure it out. And then I wound up being on radio for a couple years. You know what I'm saying? So that was dope. You know what I'm saying? So that was my way in. I found a way in a different way.
But you probably wouldn't have. But once again, though, if it wasn't turned upside down, you probably wouldn't even have took that opportunity. You see what I'm saying? Because like once again, people don't know this right here ain't new. This form is new, but this is something you pursued well before COVID.
That's a fact.
A host. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, but what am I doing? My daughter privileged, bro. But what about the ones that's not privileged? You see what I'm saying? The ones that go get screwed over in abundance because they don't have nobody watching out for them. And entertainment is predatory. It is a predatory sport. If you don't think so, you're in the wrong business.
That's a fact. So what lessons from artist development still guide you today?
That whole part of my life is still with me, bro. Just the whole performances, everything. You have to over prepare. You have to be like ready at a drop of a hat. All those like key things that make you great in that game make you great in this game. Like it translates so well.
Has your work ever forced you to confront your own mortality or vulnerability?
Bro, like I've been facing mortality, bro. My brother got killed when I was in 6th grade. Gunshot wound to the stomach. I've been facing mortality since I was a child, bro. You know what I mean? Like I was raised by a Muslim Black Panther, bro. So death and transition and Jedi and what's next is something that's been relevant my whole entire life. Definitely not looking forward to dying no time soon. Knock on this wood, but it's just something that's been relevant my whole entire life, that this is just one phase of your existence. This is not nowhere your existence in totality. This isn't enough time in actuality to just be your existence. When you look at life in a true timeline perspective, bro, 80 years is garbage. 80 years is garbage. It's trees 900 years old. You know what I mean? Like 80 years, if you looked at our universe on a timeline, like we used to do back in the day, 80 years probably don't even equate as a dot. The dot probably starts
small.
You know what I mean? The dot probably starts 1,000 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's no way this little bit of insignificant time is your whole existence. That doesn't even seem possible.
Dig that. Well, you just spoke about sacrifice, so I'm gonna ask you this. During that time of entertainment, how did you feel? Were you surviving, or were you just thriving, or were you surviving quietly?
I was ferociously thriving, but the veracity took me out the game. Because me, there are much better ways to make money for me. Everybody's different, but for me, much better ways to make money. I would rather make money. I don't want to make money and I have to decide tomorrow that you're no longer feasible. Because that's the reality. I get the wrong phone call.
Like they're expendable. Yeah.
Bro, depending on contractual situations, right? I can get one phone call and we're pretty much dissolved. Because if I don't dissolve you, I'm going to dissolve future earnings. That's the game from my standpoint. Once again, people, I was a manager. I was in artist development. I was in talent development. I never was an artist. I was always behind the scenes. From my standpoint, no, relationships are not up to you all the time. Your contract dictate a marginal amount of your relationships. Because if a relationship don't align with a contract, you'll be a fool to have that relationship.
Yeah.
And that relationship might be a good person that you need.
Let's talk about your learning lab. Why was building a micro school important to you?
Because education is failing our children. Like countrywide, education is failing. The fact that you can go pay for a car and pick the seats, the steering wheel, the color, the gauges, but yet you got to pay for your child to be in school every day, whether it's taxes or private. Every day you pay for your child's education, but you play no part in it. No part. You don't even know your kid's teacher.
Right.
You don't know that person.
Right.
You know what I mean? Education is garbage right now. Garbage.
That's why I suggest homeschool to everybody.
But that's what our micro school is. 80% of our kids are homeschool kids.
Yeah.
It's because we are teaching real. Our school is 50-50 agriculture and STEM. They're either learning about animals, plants, and growing, or they're learning about coding, robotics, and AI. Nothing in between.
So what's traditional? Go ahead. Finish saying what you were saying, brother.
Yeah, agriculture and STEM. That's it. We are getting children back to what's necessary. All the fluff, you can keep it. It's not working.
Yeah. So what gaps in traditional education concerns you? Like, what was the thing that really made you see that it was a need for this? And this was the way it was going to help the kids the best?
Because we are making functional children, which will become functional adults. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have a real unique student body, right? So 80% of our kids were former homeschool kids, and like 60% of our kids' parents own their own business. So we are preparing, like, and I'm talking about my kids right now, our kids right now. We are preparing our kids. Our school is from 6th grade to 12th grade. We are preparing our kids to go work for their parents, go and be immediate changers in their community, in their society immediately. Our children, when our kids Arbor, most will go to college, but none of them will feel like they need to go to college.
Right. Because they have all the tools home that they need to prepare them if they decide to go that route. Absolutely.
Exactly.
That's why homeschooling was important here, so I could dig
it. Yeah, and that's what we are.
Because I'm gonna teach my kids my businesses. So.
We are home. That's what Montessori micro school. That's like what it is. We got kids whose parents own a dojo, own a bakery, own it. No, they're in school learning about their parents' businesses.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, bro, we're not. This shit is. This stuff is a la carte. We are curating these children directly, bro. We are not. Yeah. We are not holding them up with a whole bunch of useless information that they'll never ever have to use, bro. And it's just like it's where we're going, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Because pretty soon it's going to be a point where if you're sending your kids to these indoctrinated institutions, you're going to bring back zombies.
Yeah.
You're going to
And they're
bring
not even telling history accurate. That's the main thing for me. One of the main things. But
bro. But all right, Tig. So, all right. So, when you say that, right? I'm being real. Look at it from a business standpoint, right? If I'm going to look at school as a business format on a mass scale, why would I teach you anything that's not beneficial to us
to me,
keeping this?
yeah.
No, I'm not going to teach that. I'm going to teach you the things that are beneficial for you to keep this cycle going. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And
People thought Dame Dash was crazy when he said, they teach you to go to school to work for others. And people was looking at him like he was crazy, but he was right.
That's the truth.
He was right.
That's the truth. Like, I'm sorry, you're a drone. You're a drone. But here we go, Tig. Ain't nothing wrong with being a drone if you understand you're a drone. The problem in life is you got drones that will literally die telling you they're not drones. Bro, how many adults you know? I know a bunch, what I'm about to say. How many adults you know every single day live in fear? Every single day.
Yeah.
Because they're locked into a system that doesn't benefit them, and they have a bunch of skills that don't translate outside that droney job they got.
Mm-hmm. Henceforth, we see a lot of people graduate in college and they don't even get a job for what they went to school for.
I mean, but also somebody lied to you in 12th grade and told you that theology, not theology, that useless media degree was go get you somewhere. That and I was going to bring that up earlier when we talk about entertainment, right? Just in general. When I was talking about my daughter, I'm like, yo, dude, if we taught little brown kids what I know now from years in industry, there are 1,000 jobs in entertainment. Real jobs. Rigging, gripping, lights, sound, automation. It's all these, $100,000 plus a year jobs.
Engineering is a great way to go.
Now, mind you, I ain't want to bring engineering up because that's understood that you have to have a certain level of, you know what I mean? But bro, like the light guys that work at Tyler Perry Studio, they make $140,000 a year. The sound guys make $95,000. Like, bro, that's a pretty good living. To go be on set every day around all these famous people every day, and you making a salary. But we don't talk about none of that. All we talk about is go hit a home run and go slam a dunk and go. Right.
It's different ways, it's different avenues. And this is what this show is about, highlighting those things. And educating the people is always an important thing, and a lot of times in our culture, we look down on education in some spaces, not all spaces, but in some.
But bro, that's why we dead last in every statistical category except for influence.
We have the biggest influence.
But property, ownership, all these things that matter, we dead last, bro.
This is why unity is important. So we can have that as a whole, because everybody else got it.
They do, bro.
Once the unity come, I believe we'll be straight, man.
But see, the thing about the unity thing is this though, bro. Like, to be honest with you, bro. And this go for because right now we talking about black people, right? But this go for white folks too. What I'm about to say, bro. The reality is, right? We would
all
be
folks. Let's say all folks.
We would be extremely unified if we had if we would be unified, bro. Oh, my camera drifted on me because I tried to clear it up and touch it. So
that's why I don't even hit the. I don't even be bothering that John. My John move and all that too, but I turned that, made it idle.
yeah. So white folks just as far as black folks too, bro. The same exact thing. If we actually got to the root, right, of like the American experience or the American dream, right, or the American ideology. That's a better word. Let me break that down real quick so it don't sound crazy to people. The American ideology is basically this, bro. And this, when you look, because we from Philly, so we learn American history like a lot because Philadelphia history is American history.
American history, right?
Bro.
It
really is. So I'm gonna say that to say this: the essence of America is like freedom of religion, freedom of choice. Like this whole, I'm gonna do me, you leave me alone, and we go be great. If we truly got back to that and taking care of our own, bro, it'd be awesome, bro. But the reality is, we spend too much time worrying about what other people think and not really the results. That's what we worry about. We worry about what other people think too much, bro. Like it's like it's insanity. Like it's insanity, bro.
So let me ask you this, Mike. What values are non-negotiable in your household?
Discipline and cleanliness. Non-negotiable.
Okay.
Non-negotiable.
I like that.
Yeah, you can't. Those are two primary functions of like a high functioning person.
Yeah.
Like
what pushed you to start creating content?
The urge to have deeper conversations with more people. Like flat out. That's it. Like really just wanting to, I have all these impactful conversations with people, but they're in these paid for situations. They are either training or we're at something or somewhere where it's not just free game.
Yeah, it's straight dialogue amongst the folks.
Yeah. And like I'm real big on like we need to bring back camaraderie, male camaraderie. Like it's a lot of things like I'm on like we need to form more militias.
I agree.
We need to bring back more masculine camaraderie. We need to bring back Rotary Club and Lion Club and Buffalo and like all these things that you would go to on a Wednesday for 2 hours with a group of men or a group of women and share thoughts and ideas and progress and all that good stuff.
That's all part of that unity I was talking.
We need to get back to a place of true community.
Well, that's what BLM grassroots is about here, is unity with men and women, you know. And that's what it's about, man.
Now, we're going to bring that up, Tig, right? Now, what I'm going to say about that is, right, we got to find a way to grow together and keep the whole, some of the social dynamics out of it, bro. We got to unify on different grounds. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to unify and it be aware of like, okay, bro, you are here because we are tied into the same common goal. Because I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Sometimes people in this world, we have the same goal, but how we get there looks completely different. And I think sometimes what some groups, social groups do is they nullify and push to the side people that will be very beneficial to the movement if they just shared the gold and not the ideologies.
You know what? When I hear you say that, though, I think a lot of people, when they even hear that from an organization like the one I'm in, right, they have this big misconception that we pushing other people out, and that's not the case.
No,
I think,
and I don't mean physically in person.
I know what you mean.
I mean in context, because
Yeah.
all I got until I meet you is context.
Yeah.
That's why perception
is
so
everything.
Important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because your context might stop me from being in this good place because I perceive the wrong thing.
Yeah, and that happens a lot too. That happens a lot too, because it's a big difference right now between the organization I'm in, Black Lives Matter Grassroots, and Black Lives Matter. And as you can see, it's a lot going on with Black Lives Matter because it was some money stolen from this organization. And now they getting investigated. I ain't gonna get all into that. But you know what I'm saying? Because people hear the name, what they perceive is that we're a part of that. So I agree with you there 1000%. When they just hear the first part of the name, they think we're a part of that. And it's like, no, we got to explain and show the difference between the two. And the real difference is we not on red carpets, we not at award shows, we boots on the ground, we doing real community work.
That's just most important though. Like doing the real work. Like that's why I'm all about the whole, like, that's why I bring people together with defense, bro. I bring people together on a level that everybody got a baseline. Everybody can always learn how to defend themselves a little better. Whether you left, whether you right, whether you Democrat, whether you Republican, whether you conservative or BLM, it don't matter. If you really focused on how not to be a soft target,
right,
how to be a better hardened target, a hardened person, come mess with me. Come get with me. And we good. And we're going to meet on the ground, and you're gonna love me, I'm gonna love you, and you're gonna walk away and you're not gonna care about whatever my political affiliations are.
And we gonna learn from each other. And that's how it should be. So listen, I'm having an event. I think I might even book you for this event that I'm having and do some weapons training in this event, man. We're gonna talk about that off the camera, man.
All right, well, let me know, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that off the camera. But I got a few more questions before we get out of here, man. This was an awesome interview, man. It's always good when real players meet. You already know that.
Yeah, well, you know, bro, we did this before.
Yeah. All right. How do you repair moments when you fall short?
Honestly, bro. Honestly. Like ownership and accountability are like my big things, bro, in life. Like, no, we go, bro, that's the thing. You're gonna fall short. It's gonna happen. You just hope it don't happen every day, but it's gonna happen. If you can't be honest about it and move forward from it from an honest place, then the whole lesson of the failure still wasn't like worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, players mess up.
Thanks.
It happens, bro. Now, can we just move forward?
Can we get rid of the egos and get to the goal at hand?
Well, ego has been holding men back since the beginning of time.
You know, I call ego ease God out because that's what really be happening.
I call ego
God
man.
is not present in the moment when ego was there.
That's what I call ego man. I call ego man. That's what ego is. Ego is man. Man, I can do it. Man, I got it. Man, this ain't nothing. Ego. Ego man. Man, like that's don't be a human. Don't be a man. Be a human. I need you to have some humility and be a human. Don't be that's my thing with ego. So when I be telling people, yo, this ain't the time to be a man right now, that's me referring to your ego.
Last and final question. If it's one thing life has taught you, what is that and why?
Resilience, bro. Because the next move don't matter if you don't get up. Like, there is no next move on your back, bro.
Hey, man. Listen, this was definitely a dope interview, dope conversation, man. Don't be a stranger, bro. Like, you gotta come on here again, man. Hopefully I can get Nate to come on. Y'all both be on one time, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Hopefully.
bro. Yeah, because boy, that's that's my boy. That's a yeah. That bro. You know.
I do.
Bro, that's
do.
a conversation. That's a conversation.
You know, that's my guy. When you talk to him, when he get to see this, bro, I love you, bro. Just hit me up when you can, man.
Yeah, because he goes see the my whole thing,
you know,
with bro is that, like, the amount, and I ain't lying, bro. The amount of stuff we've done, it seems like I'm talking about somebody else's life. It don't even seem like I've had that much time to do all this stuff we've done. Me and Nate have done so much stuff that, like, we fear. I think that's why I think we've never done a podcast together, because we fear. I think between the both of us, we fear sitting down and really talking about, like, we've never talked about everything in a vacuum. Like, it's just always in bits and pieces and chunks, and, like, but it can be, like, overwhelming sometimes when I think about all the stuff we did. Like, we've done so much stuff that, like I said, sometimes I feel like I'm not even talking about my life. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking about, like, somebody else, or watching somebody else's life. It's crazy.
Hey, man, listen. Well, hopefully we get to do it where, all three of us get to chop it up one day, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be on this one or stirring the pot. Whatever way we do it, you feel me?
Yeah, we got, because your audience going, and we about to wrap it up, I know y'all, but your audience, like, man, Nate, we done voted for the Grammys, like, all this stuff, like, for, like, your audience, all this stuff we've done, like, that we never talk about. Like, we never talk about it because we've moved on. Like, it's so crazy. But I appreciate being on, bro. I really do.
Anything else you want to say before we get off?
Yo, protect your family. Protect your family, dog. Like, that is, like, the number one thing you can do, is, like, honestly protect your family, dog. Like, you have to build the skills and do whatever it is you have to do to protect your family, bro. Whatever skills it is, or whatever it is you got to do it. Training, whatever. And hold on. And one more thing before I go. My camera's off, but please, for all my people, one gun hot take I want to leave with all of y'all. A cheap gun will put you in a bad space. Please, 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 whatever you do, avoid cheap guns. Please. Please, 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 please. They're cheap for a reason. I'm trying to tell you every time.
Y'all hear my guy, Mike. Hey, listen, man, thanks for coming on, man. Don't hang up. I want to say something to you before we get off.
Well,
folks, as always, it's another one in the books. I hope y'all have a great night. Be safe. Love. Put God first. And trust your instincts. Peace.
Tune in to the Pop Podcast with Tigmatic.
What's up, y'all? Tune into the Pop Podcast with Tigmatic.
Radio for the Pop Podcast with your boy Tigmatic interview.
Pop Podcast, stirring the pot.
So tune in to the Pop Podcast with Tigmatic on Caliwood TV.
Tune in to the Pop Podcast, my boy Tigmatic.
And going on radio. You might get some good music and some knowledge.